How about that?
Here we go.
All
Excellent.
right.
Okay. So last time we got until the hieroglyphic portion that introduced the throne name. So the fourth of the five names for pharaohs. And so Aurelio, you sent in the Discord chat this Swedish site, I guess, for looking at the various names of pharaohs. So I thought we could look at it briefly. So we have Ptolemy the Fifth here, which is our Ptolemy. Yeah, and so this was the first one. The Horus name we went through, the one where the youth who has appeared as king on his father's throne. I didn't remember this sign, but I guess this is the shy appearing sign.
It's the
What did we have?
palace facade or facade, the Serech, which is not in our inscription. But I think there's more than one
Okay,
source, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I see
yeah,
what you're saying though. No, the Chai should be in the name itself. The palace facade should be either around it or right at the very beginning, before the youngster, the Chewen or Chenu, or however it's pronounced.
yeah,
It should be right there, and it isn't in our version.
exactly. Okay, the youth who has appeared. Okay, so there are some variants anyway for these
If
names, right?
Go back to
Uh,
Pharaoh OSE and see if there's another version given, maybe. Like if you scroll a bit. I
uh,
know there isn't.
this is the
Never
only
mind.
one they have,
Okay.
but okay. And then we have the two ladies' name, the Neptune name, which we had here, where we had this with what it is great with respect to strength or something like this. Which we have all this. I will just go quickly. We had the Golden Horus name, the one who has made the life of mankind flourish, a possessor of set festivals like Ptah, Aten, and a sovereign like Ra. And then now we come to the throne name. Yeah, we'll look at it. Maybe not see the, and then we will have the birth name at the end anyway. But just it's nice just to remind us that we are really doing this very sort of the proper. This is the proper way of giving the names in the hieroglyphic part. Yes.
If I could add one thing real quick. So, one thing that did strike me was the elaborateness of these names. But if you go back through some of the previous Ptolemies on the same website, you'll
Ah,
see that his predecessors also have similar complexity. You can just go like predecessor Ptolemy the fourth, for example, or the third. You'll see that the names are of similar length and also share some of the same elements. And then if you go
hmm.
back to like the very first Ptolemies, they're a bit shorter from what I've seen. So like
Okay,
Ptolemy,
very interesting.
if
Let's
you go,
go all the way back to Ptolemy first then.
yeah.
This is the entire royal titulary, is it?
Yeah, I
Horus.
mean, you see some, for example, he has the word Pechti in there, which is the same that we have. There's a host
Yeah.
name, I think. Let's see what's there. I think that's it, right?
That's
Um,
it, I think. Horus name,
yeah.
Werpetinesukeni. We have the Neptune name,
I mean, they're a bit
Set of
more
Ra.
petite, aren't they? Then if you go back one more, I think then we should be getting to Alexander.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, this is more, there's the youth again. There is
Hmm.
the same youth that we also have. So there are some common elements here. But by our Ptolemy the Fifth, basically, it's already very elaborate. So no
Yeah,
wonder it took us quite a while to get through all this because there's a lot of wording here. So I just thought that's
absolutely.
interesting.
Very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, this is Ptolemy the Third, the one over whom gods and people have rejoiced. Here's a nice. This is a nice variant for the horse name. Yeah, but I see what you mean. So yeah, they become much more elaborate once you get to three, four, five. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. So we stopped here, and then we got to this Greek portion. So we will begin with the Greek today. Is there anyone who wants to have a go?
Can try.
Absolutely.
And
Thank
again,
you.
Greek is not one of my languages, but let's see how far we can get here.
Let me see if I can get if I can make this work. Yeah, okay, let's go.
so there is Kuriu is the first one, or Kiriu.
Yep.
Then the next one is fun. Tria conta eteriodon.
Ria
That,
con ta e te e. No, this was supposed to
that's
be an epsilon. Okay.
epsilon, yeah.
I'll correct it. Eteridon. Okay. Let me just, and this was a bit weird as well, and this one. So we have Curie, U, Tria conta Eteridon. Okay.
Okay, what is the next one? Cat, that's a theta in the middle. That's not an O. It's not cow,
That's
that's
right.
cataper,
Yep. Ka, ta,
tapero, catapero.
ka, ta. I can't remember where the accent is. Doesn't matter. And then, oh, I have too many things. And then,
Hepais,
Kataper.
does the O
Yeah.
belong to the cataper?
No, this is the
Although,
article.
got it. So cataper o hepaistos?
Yeah, so I think like this. Hephaistos.
Uh-huh. And then ho megas.
Ho, me, das.
All right.
Okay, I think. Okay.
And then that is basileos. Basileos.
Basileos.
Then another cataper.
Kataper.
O helios. Or ho helios.
Ho,
Yeah,
helios.
helios. Yeah, I should say that right. Okay. That's a funny M, I guess.
Yeah, M, right?
M, or is that megas?
Yes.
Megas. Okay.
We have another megas.
Basileus.
Yep. Basileus.
Tone.
Ton.
Tone what? I don't get after the Tean.
It's just, this is one enclitic in and of itself.
Ah, so tone te.
Yep, ton. So it just
Te.
means both and. So it's like this. Tonte.
Like que in Latin, basically,
Yep.
I guess. Anno,
Tonte. Ano.
kai, ton, kato.
Okay. Ton. Yep.
Okay.
Ka. To. And then what do we have?
Koron, plural
Yep.
genitive of kora.
Yep. Oh, why do it's too many accents?
I was about to say.
I think it's like this.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Koron. Okay. All right. Let's make sense out of this. Can you zoom out a bit?
Maybe I can zoom out a bit. Let me see. Okay.
So Kuryu must be a genitive of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Tria conta eteridon is a genitive plural of the Tria conta whatever. Those are our Hepset festivals.
Yep.
What does kataper? Kataper is something like?
Yeah, just as, like, something like
Okay.
this.
So like Hephaistos or the Hephaistos, which in the Interpretatio Graeca is ptach. So just like Tach.
Mm-hmm.
Hephaistos Omegas, the great.
Mm.
Basileus, king.
Yes.
Just like Re.
Just like Ray. Mm-hmm.
Again, the great king, Megas
Yeah.
Basileus. Um, ton Tonte of the. And now with Ano and Katon, you have to help me. Is that Upper and Lower Egypt?
Yes, up and down, upper and
Up
lower.
and down. Okay, so the
Hmm.
great king of up and down. Love it. But not just any up and down, but of the upper and lower land. So in other words, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Perfect. So I think maybe just the first kurio, we might still be dealing with the genitive as the absolute genitive. So it's not of the Lord, but it's just the Lord. It's in opposition to the first basileos we had in the beginning in a way, or it's still Ptolemy the fifth basically.
Makes sense.
Uh, and then I had a bit of I think I'm a bit interested in the kataper actually, because you can, in Greek you have kataper and you have the other variant, which is oh, I have to have the thingy again, which is just kata. I'm really unsure. I'm sorry about these things, but I just have to know what the accent is. Uh, Kata, if I write it like this. Yeah, okay, so it's good. Okay, kataper. So they both mean just as basically, but typically in Greek, in classical Greek, they would use, to avoid hiatus, they would use kataper before a vowel, and they would use kata before something that starts with a consonant. And in this case, we have the ho that comes, so we have a vowel right away. So maybe this is why they choose kataper, which is interesting to me if the scribes actually are trying to avoid hiatus when they can. But we will see.
Got it.
Uh,
Quick question. The megas, does that refer back to the Hephaestus megas? So is that the great Ptah, or is that going forward to the Basileus? I thought adjectives come after what they refer to, but I'm not completely sure
hmm.
how that works here.
So I think it's the first one, and but basically because of the case, because of the nominative, and here we go back to the genitive again, basileos.
Ah, right. Ah,
Uh,
right. That's
the nominative would look like this,
right.
basileus.
True. Makes sense. Got it.
Otherwise, you would have, if this had been basileus, you would have been right. The great king or Hephaestus, the great one, both would work.
Got it.
Because the article is repeated, so that means that we are allowed to put the adjective after the noun.
Got it. Okay. I
Yeah.
see. So it's
Um,
the great Ptah basically, and then comes
yeah,
the king simply. Okay. All right. No, of the
exactly.
king.
So we're back again to our Ptolemy the Fifth, who is like the son. And then there's something. This I find a bit strange, because here our scribe has chosen the nominative, and I don't think that he is referring to Re, because he's talking about the king as the king of Upper and Lower Egypt, which would be Ptolemy the Fifth. So for some reason we are, and maybe we're on a new line. I don't know, but the scribe has forgotten the absolute genitive construction that he had started in the beginning. It seems to me, unless there's another explanation for it.
True.
Uh, yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Then we have some more demotic now. Is there someone who wants to try to have a go?
Dum 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 dum
uh,
dum dum.
I don't remember if Christian, he used to just point at someone, or I don't know what he used to do in
He
Jewish.
has on occasion when nobody showed up.
uh, okay. Otherwise, I will start, and then someone can jump in. Or really, you're
I
you're
can
welcome to
try.
do more if you want. Yes.
Is it
Okay.
is it is it Neb first?
This one.
Yeah.
I think this one is the article, the pa article for the definite article. But it's a
Okay.
bit it's a bit strangely, because I don't know, in Johnson they how do they write it, like this, or like a thing like this, but here we have just this. But yeah, this is
Okay.
the definite article.
Then I'm a bit lost again. But this third one is N, and then it's Na.
The third one is n, and then we have na.
Uh,
this is a god. This is the flag of the god, basically.
Okay, so it's
Then we
just
have
netted.
Yeah, so it's netted, but because it has this little tail, this actually means that there are three flags next to each other in the demotic ligature. So it's a plural. It's a plural, but yeah, but and that works with the plural article that we have. So ne cher u.
Then it's a second na after that, or no? That's just a determinative. Okay.
Yeah, this is maybe the plural actually. This is, I think, is the three horizontal lines or something like this. Yeah.
Is that an NT or is that?
This is Mary actually.
Mary.
This is I don't know why, but it's because now we are with gods who love various other members of their family. Mary. And then this is just a regular uniliteral.
Yeah, I got no clue.
It's the feather, so it's just I. So we begin with just the I, and then the other one is a ligature between a T and the F snake. So we have Yot or Eat, father. And then I guess this is another T, and then we have a plural. Oh, why did I write it like that? Okay, so and then we had the plural marker. I will zoom in a bit because I'm having a trouble. Oh, yeah. So it's the and we're missing iot, something like that. And then we had the nechiru, and then we had the n. Oh yeah, I will make it better later. And then, but we're just missing this one sign here.
I just
and
looked
that
it
is
up. DPDP says that this is supposed to be Sherry, son,
yeah. Okay, so
which is not obvious.
no, it's not, really not. I agree. I guess this is is it just the child determinative by itself?
Foy Scarf called it the complicated man glyph.
Okay. Okay.
Because there's
Okay.
several. It could be the child, or it could be some other
Okay.
standing things that are being
I
lumped
see.
together.
Okay, so we have anyway. Jonathan, could you translate this part?
So the son of the gods, the beloved gods, and Itu is
Fathers.
fathers. Yeah, okay.
So I think it's the gods who love their fathers, the father loving gods.
Okay.
So this is the direct equivalent of the Greek. What is it?
Philopatros.
Philopatores in the plural, because these are his parents, I guess. So if we have, I had this. No, it's here. If we have the chronology here, yeah. So Ptolemy the Fourth is and Arsinoe the Third are called Philopator. So they are the father-loving gods. Let me just, maybe I can try and just write Ptolemy Fourth. Okay. And then we have a little stroke here, which is an R. This case. Then we have this is just phonetically written, basically.
Setep. Chosen.
Setep. Chosen, exactly. So step like this. I guess the partitioning is there. I'm not so sure anymore. But yeah. And then
That's that funny combination for ptach.
Okay. Setup. Maybe it's supposed to be setup and ptach. I don't know. Okay. What was it now? I'm not. Oh yeah, it's another of these R. So these R clauses are these relative clauses. R. Just interrupt me if you have anything better. But this is D.
Then comes Nef to him,
And then we have Nef.
and then that's Epre again.
And then we have then Pa and Re.
Sorry, I made it Coptic again. So yeah.
No, great. Like this.
Pare.
What, do you know what this sign is? The one is this? Does this go with D? Probably.
Has to be.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I would read it as I thought it was a U initially, but that doesn't make much sense.
Let's look at the solution here. Where are we? At the somewhere over here, Pasheri Pa.
Just above, around the end of the line, which is marked 2.
Yeah,
Go a bit to the left.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have exactly. So it's part of the giving sign. Then I'm just looking it up in the DPDP. Yeah. So it's a U. Okay, that's what you said, Aurelio. Yeah.
It's a U. Okay. But it's a relative. It's a relative form in this case.
Yeah, we have a relative clause at least with the R, and yeah, D looks different. I read in Johnson if it's an infinitive or if it's another form. So it might look more like, if I'm not mistaken, like this if it's an infinitive. I'm not sure, and then you have these other form in other cases. Yeah. Maybe we can try just this part first. Then, what do we have? How can we translate it? So the R in the relative clauses is used, and this is the thing that I've tried to check several times. Is the R is a past tense relative clause when the antecedent is different from the subject of the relative clause. So this is not in a way Ptolemy V, who is the subject of the relative clause, I guess. But that seems, yeah. So it would be whom Ptah has chosen in that sense, which means that the N is actually not supposed to be there. I think so. And then we would have the same here, RD, NF. Yeah, so NF gives us it has to pick up again the king. So it's, but maybe we should continue actually, because we don't know what the object is. Okay.
Right. To whom Re has given something.
Exactly. To whom Re has given something is what we have here. Okay, so then what do we have we have the same thing here, Jonathan, as we had in the first one, the one it's the same kind of simplified Pa sign. And then I'm saying Jonathan because we talked about it when he was doing, but anyone can say anything, obviously. Pa. And then what do we have?
That a phonetic B?
Yeah, this one looks like the B, but it can also be the Janja, right? The Ja. So in this case, it's a Ja. And then we have the second sign is the one that's the lion hieroglyph. So it could be R or L. But I guess this case, yeah, if it were the L, it would have a little line. It would have a line like this. So in this case, it's Jer, and then
the rest is opaque to me.
Yeah. So this one, I think, is just
could be an R, could be different things.
Yeah, absolutely. And here it's the Aleph verb, so it's just Jera. And I think, and this would be the determinative, and what's the Coptic here? Something
Giro.
Giro. Okay, so it's strength, right?
Mm.
Mhm.
Or victory.
Or victory. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay. So what do we have then in the relative clause?
So to whom Bre has given victory or strength.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
I feel like this looks very Coptic with the resumed what's it called? The resumed suffix pronoun and stuff like this. To whom no, yeah. So I don't know, has given to him the ray, the strength. Yeah. Okay. Or the victory.
What is the
Okay.
determinative on Jara? Is it the A24 man?
Let me see. So we were somewhere over. Okay, so it gives me this. Okay, it's apparently like this. So yeah, so that's the hand with the whip, or the hand with the sort of with all the verbs that have to do with action stuff. I feel. I don't know. Can you see it?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's it's very difficult. Like the DPDP glyphs are so idealized, and then we get this, right? So that's a big challenge. So supposed to be something like this. Yeah. Anyway.
It's the arm holding something, and then you have the elbow, the arm, and whatever it's holding somehow gets moved behind.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how the.
See it now.
Okay. Let's go a bit further.
Let's go a bit further.
You want to go, RB? Sorry?
Let's go a bit further.
Yeah,
Should I
yeah,
try?
sure. Yes, go ahead. Thank you.
So this is the pa again, which is the ligature of the flying bird.
Mm-hmm.
That's two T's.
So we have two
Or two
T's.
D's, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
in this case we have some T's going on. And this.
And you're saying?
No, I'm just saying these are U's or W. These was it like this little spinny thing?
These
like
are
this.
O's.
Yeah, they're supposed to be. They're sort of inverted according to the DPDP. I'm always basing on that. So the T and the U, sometimes when they come together, they are written as the one above the T in a way. I can show you if we go to.
No, I have the normalized version here. I usually try to read from the normalized version instead of from the Rosetta Stone directly, because it's.
Yeah, it's
But
really.
I've seen this often just for T, so I assumed it would be just for T. But okay.
In this case, at least, because they assume, because the word is tutu, so it's they interpret it as having the T and the U in it, I guess. But you also have it written just as T's, so maybe you're right in that you're not supposed to imagine the U in the pronunciation.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just to, in any case, so tutu.
In any case.
Then we have clear ang with the ang sign, and then the, what is it afterwards? The C, whatever.
Yeah, this is the H, the smiling H. Yeah.
Yeah. So again, a living image or a living statue, apparently.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm, what is it? In nature, maybe?
This is a god. This is the name of a specific god. So it's the living image of
Okay. So the N is to be understood. God, is it?
I mean, the gods are really hard, right? They're very sort of. We had Ta, which was like this. We had Re, which was just the sun with the divine, and then we have Amun, which is written.
Oh, Amon.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
I don't know, maybe a large I.
Well, I should have guessed it maybe because it's the living image of a moon or the living statue of a moon, right?
Yeah. So that works. I don't know what because I guess they might not be abbreviations or ligatures or whatever. They're just
an aleph.
Because they're just an aleph. Okay, yeah, exactly. Let's just move on.
The sign, which sometimes is an S, sometimes is something else, it's just an aleph. So when it occurs, I recall in the class why saying when it occurs as an article, so as ta or as na, they're alike because they're just the a part. So
okay,
that's why they're just alike. It's just the a.
Okay, and
So
then in
that's
pa,
A1.
they wrote it some other way.
Sorry?
With the pa, we get the flying bird, which is the with the masculine.
But when you're not using the flying bird, when you're using the other way of writing it, or na, which is the same.
Yeah.
It's just the A1. I mean, we could have a look at this, but it's just the A1. In any case, let's go. Again, another pa, flying bird.
Okay, yep, another pa.
And this is the, where is it?
We had it earlier in the line.
Shera again?
Sheri, yeah. Shera, exactly, Shera.
So the sun, okay, Pre again.
Yeah, so let's
The son
just
of Ra.
Re. Okay. Then
it makes sense to continue. What is this? Is this a relative or is this a nem?
this is we're coming to a royal name. So this is a cartouche opening.
Okay. So this is the opening of a cartouche. Okay, so let's say P T. So this is a Ptolemy.
So I can write them with you. Just as
okay, yeah. Okay.
No, sorry. Did I make no? Now I completely botched it. Okay. I was just so we get it because these are really nice for the uniliteral learning.
Yeah.
T-L and then U, right?
Yeah. Which U is that? That's not the quail chick.
I think it's the lasso
Ptolemy,
thing.
Oh, it's the lasso.
Is it like a lasso or something? I don't know.
I think so.
It's the lasso.
The wa.
It's the lasso. And then M, E, and S, and I'm assuming the closing of the cartouche.
Yeah, both of these.
And there,
so we have
great.
Very nice. Tall Miss.
Yeah. What do we have afterwards? Hatch. What's that?
Yeah. This is an Ankh actually
Jet.
after the
Okay. Jet, given life.
or living eternally in this case.
Oh, living eternally.
Hmm.
Dianch, living light, giving light. Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
And I would assume it should be Mire.
Yeah. So this is Ta, the god. Yeah.
Ah,
Thank you.
okay, so no. What is it? Okay. Wait. Let's try. What you said was Ptah. Okay, this is the strange Ptah we saw before.
Yeah, which we had over
Okay.
here as well.
So living eternally.
And we had
that
actually
should
this one
be-
a bit earlier as well, I think. Over here.
Mary.
Mary, yeah, Mary.
How is it written, Mary? Which are those signs?
Yeah, I really don't know. That's a good
I
question.
can help on that. I think the circle is really the murder, and then it has an A2 man at the back, which is that tall sign that comes second. And sometimes the murder is written a bit more like a murder, so it really has like a steeper angle on one side, but it can trip me up too when I saw it the first time in Johnson.
Yeah.
It can look very circular, or it can look like an inverted R. Um,
Mm.
but I think if
Yeah,
you
I want to
click
have
on
a
it,
look.
very
there you
I'm
go.
seeing it. Yeah. So man with hand to mouth, and which is the determinative, and the mer, what is aj? What do they call it?
Okay, yeah, so we can have these very probably older variants or more, not older, but at least we see what it is, yeah. And then this one.
And
Okay.
there is one which looks like an hein, just
This
above
one?
one line above, and to the right.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
like a 9. You're right. It does.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So that's very strange.
You can
and sometimes
let's look at the
Sorry.
original. If you hit deselect all underneath yeah, that one, and then just pick that one with the. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that
This
does
one is
look like
clear.
an 9. It does look like a 9. And
It looks like the scribe made part of the sign and then part of the sign instead of going around. Maybe the stylus was, I don't know, difficult to write. Okay,
Okay,
so go back.
that's
What do we have? So the living image statue of a moon, the son of Ra, Ptolemy, living eternally beloved of Ptah.
So I'm a bit. Is this a honorific transposition in the demotic?
looks like it, right?
Could be.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that they're doing some conservative choices in the demotic text as well.
What do we
Which
do?
we will obviously have in the yeah, we see it right here, right, in the hieroglyphic portion. Okay.
Yep.
If it's okay, then we move to the hieroglyphic, which is a bit interesting, the beginning portions at least.
They
Have some
put
strange.
the whole titular, the whole expression inside the cartouche, the hieroglyphs, but in the demotic they close before they just put the name and everything which
Yeah,
they wrote
that's true.
afterwards is outside the cartouche.
We just had this part in the cartouche in the demotic.
Yeah, the Ptolemy.
Absolutely. and it seems to, I'm not sure, it seems to be just the names or the what's it called, the nomen or the sort of simple name that come in. And we see that, I think later on, not even non-royal people like the priests of Alexander, I think their name will also be in cartouche. I'm not so sure about that, but at least so it's like it's a convention now for the actual short name in a way. Yeah.
Well, we could
Okay.
check that website afterwards. Okay, who wants to read the hieroglyphs? Passing the Kindle, if someone wants.
You're a bit strange. This first one are a bit unusual, but we can maybe use the sort of the help of the demotic that we've already decoded in a way. So what
I can try.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sure I'll need help though. I mean, I need help right off the bat. Is this some weird way of writing Necheru?
Yeah, we have the two flags is a plural. So let me just we have a Necheru here.
And then Mary, this is probably honorific transposition, I'm guessing. Mary Necheru, maybe?
Yeah, or we have just like in the demotic we have the Mary that comes after the Necheru. As the sort of the participle or something that that describes what the Necherus are doing.
Okay.
So I think it might be correct to write it like this.
Okay. And then I know the sign on the bottom is Iwa. I'm not quite sure what's going on above it.
But what did you say, Iwa?
The next.
Yeah,
the next
this one.
There's an Iwa on the bottom.
And this
but...
one. Absolutely. And here you're actually right that there's honorific transposition, because this is supposed to be in front of all of this.
Okay.
And we have how is it written, like this?
I think it's Iwa, isn't it? It's
It
like
is.
inheritor or something.
Yeah,
it's
an ein at the end. Iwa, not iau.
E.
Wa or a.
W and then small. Yeah, ein.
Ein is this one.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. Thank you. So exactly. So the air, and then we have Necheru Meri, and then the weird thing, as far as I understand that, is that the T's here refer to what we have here.
Oh.
So because we don't have it any other place, and so I think that this is the Necheru Meri fathers.
Okay, sure.
And that we have all of that. Maybe we can check again the what we have here.
What did you say was the it part?
Sorry, RB.
Just the two T's that are nested under the two Necher signs.
Oh,
I think so. So where Iwa, this is the right place, I guess. Iwa, so Iwa, Necherui, of the two gods, basically. So they're really interpreting them as a
This is really different.
Go down one.
This one doesn't even have Iwa in it. Ah, bingo.
There it is. Yeah, it's missing in the top version, which is kind of weird.
Necherui.
So here we get the baskets thingy, which I thought went with Iwa, actually, these two.
They can be looked at. Do we have some kind of demotic dictionary that we can look at? I don't get those jars at all. Why
I don't either.
I mean, I'm gonna have the.
I mean, they're not being transliterated as far as I can see.
What do I have here? Greco-Roman. I have these ones.
right.
So we are. What are we looking for? Iwa?
Yeah, Iwa. Let's look for that and see if the jars are in there and there's any reason given for why.
I. I should be close now, I think. There we go. Iwa. Yeah. So the first writing that is offered here has the two jars, and then we want to have a look at what's the other part?
The father loving with the T, maybe? Like,
Yeah, exactly. So Netcheru. Let's look at Netcher then maybe. I just have trouble thinking with all of these things here. Netch. There we go. Okay, Netche. We have the actual names here.
there it is. Philopater.
So Theoi Philopaterus is the one we have here.
Oh, look at the one for brother loving on top of that. Theoria Delphoi.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What are these? Is this Sen? This is Sen.
Yeah, it's just brother
Exactly.
twice. So that would be
But that's why
number
I'm
two.
thinking that the T is actually the Yot.
Yeah, T should be Yod. T should be Yod, which is not unusual, right? I mean, shortening the writing for father is something that was done for a long time.
Well, this writing is certainly curious because it's nesting one word in another.
Yeah.
It's nesting your
It's like a puzzle box, this
side
whole
naturally.
cartouche. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
is. So cool.
Okay. So
Oh, what's the one on top? Can you go back one? Hang on.
It's curious that often the translation uses two signs instead of the usual three for marking plural. This
Yes.
is using two signs, Philopatres, two signs,
Well-
Enerieta, two signs as well.
It kind of
but
makes
I
sense
think
though,
it makes
right?
sense here.
Because it's the parents.
No,
so
go
the
ahead,
parents-
Aurelie.
Yeah, no, I think we're going to say the same thing. It's the parents. I mean, that's exactly two of them. And even though things can get complicated in Ptolemaic families, but let's say there's two of them. And since Greek doesn't really use the dual anymore, it kind of makes sense to have a dual in Egyptian there, where it would be a plural in Greek.
So we have really Necherui.
I think
We have
both.
two. Yes.
Continuing that, I do wonder why we should not transliterate that as just Necheru, because as I think Aurelio was saying, by that time both Greek and Egyptian must have lost dual.
Oh.
But in this case, we're wondering. I wonder at least if we have this purposeful, archaic way of telling us that we're dealing with two specific gods, the mother and the father of Ptolemy V in particular.
Mhm.
So that's. I mean, I don't have to write the we at all. As you see, the demotic has no dual in it. Absolutely.
Just thinking out loud, because looking at the hieroglyph, seeing just two flags instead of three throws me a bit off. I don't know. But I'm
Do
sorry.
we have any other? I'm just thinking if we have had Netcheru in the hieroglyphic portion. We've had it like this before, with three flags. But okay, but it's gods or two gods, being the mother and the father of Ptolemy V.
Okay, so carrying on.
Yeah.
So
ahead.
then N ptah.
Yeah, and so I guess or should the N go at
Probably.
here? That it's the heir of the father-loving gods. Okay, but you can let me just we will see. Okay.
Yeah, we'll write it
And
and then we'll transpose because I think there's probably a
Yeah.
couple more transpositions to
Yeah.
come. So N ptah. Step N ptah. Anyway, Usar ka. Ray, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know who this one is. Samun. I don't know. I don't know my gods.
I think that's Amun, right? Or
Is it?
I've had this before. Yes, it's
I think so.
Amun.
Guess. If I had to guess, I'd say Amun because these are the big three we were talking about here: Ta, Re, and Amun. What's this? Get this sign.
Sechem, I think.
Sehem. Okay. Ankh. And then
Yeah.
put all those in a jar and shake them up because I know that there's a lot of transposition in here.
And this is really elegantly written.
Setep and Ptah, maybe?
Yeah, that would work. I feel like the N should be here then.
Yeah.
That
It should
if I
be.
had to make it work with something, I would make it work with this one. But so maybe it's a direct Setep Ptah, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I just.
So the N, you think the N goes with the Iwa nature?
Yeah, because if it was Setep
So
and
Iwa
Ptah,
and
like the N,
nature.
I'm thinking that we have.
Spoiler alert, though, if you look in
That makes
the
sense.
alternative version, sorry to cut in,
No, please.
on the pharaoh.se, the other one, which is missing the Iwa, it actually says Setep and Ptah. If you go one higher.
Here we have it.
A bit higher.
Well, that's got both Iwa and Netrawi, and then Setep and Ptah.
Yeah, that's true. Look
Maybe
at the cut.
maybe it's a dual purpose N.
That's what I was wondering. If they're really like,
That's why it's right in the middle there. They're like just
it
Jesus,
could be.
this orthography is ridiculous.
I'm with you with that actually. That I like that a lot. Oh, why am I not able to? Okay. Anyway, so we have the N is working for both parts. Awesome.
It's working in mysterious ways, you meant to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I feel like there is this play on symmetry also right here, where the raw sign is actually moved, twisted. There's like axial symmetry or whatever it's called. It's twisted around so it's looking against Amun, and here we have honorific transposition, but we don't actually have honorific transposition on this part.
Mm-hmm.
So this entire unit is very elegantly written as two signs, the god, the two signs, and then they look, I don't know. So
So it says, we did the first part. So chosen of Ta, the power of the Ka of Re. What is Sehem? Authority?
Yeah, it can also mean image, and in Greco-Roman texts.
Okay, so then image of the life of Amun, same as above.
Yeah. So that was a really cool cartouche. Okay, I don't know if we move on or if there's probably a lot more to say about this, but yeah.
This one's nice and easy.
You want to do a bit more?
Sure. So Sare,
Sa, right?
and this is so nice and phonetic here. It's Ptolemy again. PT
Yeah.
Wa.
Sorry, yeah. Wa.
L M E S.
Yeah.
And Ankjet Ptomeri. Exactly the same as above.
Oh, why did I do it like that? Yeah, I'll change that. Jet, and then maybe. Okay. Two. So here is written, yeah, Tul Miss. Okay. Yes, and so this is the, well, this wasn't what the deciphers used, because this part isn't in the Rosetta Stone, but the parts that are in the Rosetta Stone this is one of the important things of the solution, right? Of the literal, the phonetic values of the hieroglyphs for Ptolemy is what was sort of in part identified as the cartouche corresponds to the Greek names Ptolemaios, and so they did the transpositions, and this is kind of one of the important clues in the list. Okay, well, it's just 19 p.m. on my end of the planet. So, yeah. Thank you. I don't know if there's any final last words.
Yeah, we got through the names.
Yeah, we got through the names, exactly. Yeah.
That's cool.
So that's really cool. Thank you all. And
thank you. See you next
Thank
week.
you.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.